Yo, so what up people? Good morning. It's a really nice day from Dominican Republic. I'm walking past what looks to be the presidential palace. This place is nice, you know, they got armed guards and all that, yeah? I might try and sneak a few clips in, yeah, but I don't want to get shot. But let's try anyway. You know? Yeah. See the guy? On guard. So anyway, we're in this very fancy neighborhood. There must be a lot of money here. Look at these palm trees, this is amazing. But whoever lives here, they must have really managed to get a good job, good position. Or maybe they just paid off the right people, who knows. So yeah, I'm just walking past the main police headquarters in the center of Santo Domingo. This is basically where the police academy is, and that's where they train the future officers and all that. It kind of reminds me of other countries as well, especially developing countries, where they have just a police headquarters and everything. I think in London, the closest thing we have to that, would that be Scotland Yard? No, it's not. See, in England, I think our police are more, they're not as centralized. Every county has its own force. But I think here, you see the cars that say Policia Nacional. So I think it's just one centralized police force for the whole country. But here it is, yeah. Cool thing is, it's very safe to film here, and I can hold my camera out in the open because I'm surrounded by literally thousands of police officers. So this is probably one of the safest zones in the whole Dominican Republic right here.
For what I can see, the police here seems to be quite militarized, and they all seem to be in kind of military uniforms, which reminds me of when I was in West Africa, because the police there, they also have a military setup and they train alongside the other branches like the army and immigration and whatnot. And hence why I was saying about how it's more centralized, as opposed to in the UK where they're more of a civilian police force and they seem to have their own sort of regional headquarters in each county. But as you can see, the place is so safe right now. I'm just filming, walking around, and it's a lovely day. It's quite hot. It's probably a good 28 degrees and very humid as well. Right now we seem to be walking past what looks like the Justice Ministry. We're heading sort of back towards the colonial zone where the hostel is, where we're staying at the moment. So far, in this part of Santo Domingo, it's quite pleasant and it's pretty good security. You can walk around and nobody really hassles you. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did. I feel like an idiot. Must be a president or something coming past. Bloody hell, yeah, let me get across this road. Ugh.
Yo, I just nearly stepped out in front of a presidential motorcade. I didn't realize it was coming. The guy came so fast. Oh my god, I nearly just got hit by that car. That was great. I was just not even paying attention. 1 minute I just stepped and I just heard sirens. And the woman control traffic, she just shouted at me. Woo! But that was fun. You should always do one thing a day that scares you. It's good for the cardiac rhythm, One question I always ask myself when I go to any country, yeah? I always say, can I live here? So far this is my 59th country. And I think somebody today at the hostel where I'm staying, he asked me, so where would you like to settle eventually? And obviously it's probably not going to be England because it's too miserable for me. It's all right for making money. It's got security and all that, but it's just not a very nice existence apart from that. So I always ask myself, where could I live? Where could I settle eventually? And, to each country I go to, I say, can I live here? And that would involve stuff like, corruption or residence permits or, do I like the food? do I get along with the culture, if that makes sense? And right now in Dominican Republic, I'm asking myself the same thing. Could I live here, even if just temporarily? And I haven't quite gotten the answer yet, but I'm probably leaning towards no. You see, you gotta realize some countries, they're amazing to visit, but not to live. You know, when you visit a place, you kind of just see what's on the surface. You enjoy the weather, you taste the new foods, you enjoy the novelty of it. But when it comes to actually settling somewhere, you have a whole load of other things that you have to deal with as well. You know, like government or local people that finally realize that you're here to stay. And when they know you're here to stay, then they prey on that, you know? So you've got to think to yourself, you know, can I get along with people here? Can I stay here a long time? Do I have enough money to actually sustain the life I want? Because if you don't, that's another problem right there.
So the one thing I wanted to touch on was the issue of sort of racial identity in Dominican Republic, because as you know, they share the island with Haiti as well. But I'm wondering, I think the Dominicans see themselves differently. But as you can see, Dominicans are black Africans, you know, just like the Haitians. But when you look at the posters on the walls of the officials, it's like they use light-skinned people to represent higher positions and just to represent ideals of beauty and stuff. So I'm just wondering if they have a bit of a complex about it. So let me know what you think in the comments about that. I'd like to get the views of local people if I could, because it interests me actually.
You see this car right here, yeah? I've seen these all over Dominican Republic, like this exact color scheme. Same car, Hyundai. It seems to be popular here. I don't know why. Maybe leave a comment in the comment section and tell me. Well, that was interesting. I just got propositioned. Like, I was taking a picture of basically a building and these girls were there. And one of them, they basically followed me down the street and was like, speaking Spanish. I understood every word. I just pretended I didn't. She was like, oh, do you want me to go up to you? Do you want to go up to my room and I'll give you a massage? And I'm like, nah. To be honest, as much as the weather is nice in this place, and it's warming on me. I quite like Santo Domingo, but I must admit, I just want to get off this island as fast as possible. I want to just go back to Costa Rica, because I've been told about, there's a thing here, they call it La Tigre, or the tiger, which is basically, it's the mentality of the locals to, like, they get satisfaction out of ripping you off as much as possible. So I'm just paranoid and I don't trust nobody here. That's a fact. So now I'm away from the main street again. I was just gonna say, like, the mentality here, they have something they call La Tigre, and La Tigre is basically the tiger. And what it is, it's like people here have this mentality that if they rip you off or get one over on you, it's like they've scored, you know, like scored a point. So they can lie through their teeth and basically anything just to get more out of you than, you know, the required amount, you know? And it goes to anything here. So I'm a little bit wary, you know, of people. I'm just gonna say. Lovely place, really lovely architecture. Reminds me of like classical Spain. You know, the people are friendly on site, don't get me wrong. They're not mean, they're not aggressive. Not here anyway. But just, I don't know, I just don't trust nobody. See what I'm saying? Like, I just bought this coffee, yeah? Like, just outside the store and everything. And I saw the guy before me just buy a coffee. He clearly paid 10. And then the guy, I'm like, how much? And he's like, 15. So blatant, you know, blatant. Same thing, La Tigre.
But as frustrating as it is, it's not been all bad. I mean, I've met some pretty nice people as well. There are some very friendly people here. It's just something you have to watch out for.
Hey guys, so this wonderful guy here has given me permission to film in here. And I just want to show you guys how the stores look in Dominican Republic. They're very friendly guys, they'll help you with anything. It kind of reminds me of back in Africa where you have stores like this where everything's behind the counter and you just tell them what you want, and they're really helpful, And these like local stores, they support local economy, and it's better to shop in these than it is in the supermarkets.
Like the owner of this store, he was really nice and friendly and couldn't be more helpful. And he had some pretty good stuff as well. And what's more, he even charged a fair price for the stuff I bought here. Little things like this are the reason that I like to visit certain countries, because you get a taste of the real life. So at this part of the video, I'd like to cut it short and say goodbye from here. I hope you've had a good glimpse of Santo Domingo and got a bit of an idea of what goes on here. So please hit the like button and subscribe, and see you next time.